We're not near water, are we, by any chance?
Not, nothing loud enough for you to hear.
Okay.
You guys aren't getting feather headdresses.
That's
I'll
fine.
make my own.
Alright. Hurry up, Zira. Hurry up.
Okay. And I'm just hacking off the toes and just taking a claw.
I'm just thinking, Gil, control your woman. God.
I'm over here just hack, throw 'em back, hack, throw 'em back, hack, throw 'em back.
Ew, they're all bloody too.
Do you
That's
not
gross.
use the entire bird? You just pick and choose and leave the rest out?
Do you want to sit and look pretty for
we
a
getting any
while while
growls?
something else comes? Okay, I'm going.
I mean, we could take it back to camp.
God,
drag
that's
it.
what I thought.
We'll be
I will.
fine. It's not
I-
worth it.
No?
We could drag it
I'm
and
gonna
eat
look
it.
up at the tree line as well, see if there's anything.
Have you people ever heard of fast food? You grab it and go.
Roll me a
You're
perception
not
check.
grabbing and going. You're grabbing feathers and fingernails.
This is gonna be quick.
There's no. Oh my gosh, that's so gross.
Perception. Who's rolling perception?
There doesn't seem to be any large cats in the trees, luckily, at this moment.
Going home. I got my bag.
Ew. Because there's a proper way of plucking feathers too. Because if you're just pulling them out, you're getting skin too.
You do it as I'm heading home.
You already plucked it. That's gross.
Not stopping. Going home.
Move.
Wait, she's
Kalmir's
running?
gonna take his bird.
I mean, these things are
That's a heavy bird.
Yeah,
I think I have a spell to give you strength.
I have a spell for telekinesis as well.
I mean, do you want to teleport the bird, essentially, or do you just want to carry it?
It'll be floating over his shoulder.
Yeah, I can't teleport.
Yeah, I was just gonna, levitate it and then pull it along.
Okay. All right.
Do you want me to roll for that?
Nah, there's no chance for failure here, so...
No pressing matters. Okay.
It doesn't take too long for you guys to arrive at camp. But it is towards the end of the day. You guys started the day early, and a lot has happened. It is towards the end of the day. Would you like to rest for a while?
I'll take
Yeah,
a bit of
just-
time to dress the bird down, do
How many-
stuff.
How many flies have started settling on it?
I mean, he's been moving it, so there haven't been really any flies settling it.
Nice. And I'm just doing basic first aid. I'm not going to waste magic on it. Just regular first aid for any wounds or cuts I have, along with anyone else. No need to waste a spell.
All right.
Make some bird jerky out of this.
Okay.
Would that require time magic? Or you
I mean,
like what kind of
If you
spell
want
would you use?
if you want it
to
done
make jerky?
instantly, sure. But I mean, we have a fire. I can dry it out and just.
But it takes days, doesn't it?
And plus, we're in humid area too, so there's that to consider. Rainforest,
good,
Amazon.
I use time
Oh,
magic
fine.
to speed it up. The jerky.
Anyways, you guys return to camp where the crystal now sits.
Crystal. Ooh, there's something I want to do to that crystal.
Move it back.
Everybody wants to do something. Mrs. No, we shouldn't do anything.
So what's the area feel like? Like the other area felt like weird. Did it stop being weird when I moved it?
No.
Okay.
It's still weird.
And this area feel weird?
I mean, it feels like it feels.
Okay.
You have Mage Sight activated?
I didn't, but I can certainly just pop it on.
Well, with Prime, you can tell that the crystal has dramatically increased in strength.
Ooh.
And
It feels.
and it's not steadily getting weaker as it's being chipped away at very clearly.
Okay. Yeah, it feels a lot more potent now than what I imagine it felt like earlier.
Well, how would you feel if something was just picking at you?
Well, I wouldn't feel healed immediately. Does it feels stronger than it did before? Does it look any different?
I mean, it went from this. I mean, it increased to about the size of a tree.
Yeah, because they weren't grinding it down anymore.
Yeah.
I see.
It's massive.
It's not as small as it was, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it's growing and it's healing, but
Well,
it's a rock.
I wouldn't say it's growing, more like it's at its peak now, where whatever they were doing before, they were taking its energy away, and now it has all of its energy back. What was your plan with this, by the way? What is this?
Question. Oh,
While she's figuring that out, could I possibly talk to the spirits and the plants to try to cover this new rock we have in our home? Does it get it some type of cover?
Been here for a long time and nothing's happened to it, right?
Yeah, no, nothing. It's been here for 10 years and nothing has grown over it.
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to. Hey, spirit. Wait, I gotta roll for that.
You're
Spirits.
And
suddenly
Spirit
feeling a little
plants.
paranoia.
and
Yes.
And spirits wouldn't necessarily be able to make anything grow. Unless they're very powerful.
I-
Are there any spirits in the trees?
Life would definitely be the more direct course here to make something grow.
Okay, cool. So that's going to be, what is that?
Gil?
And I will combine that as well with. No, that's the wrong section.
There it is. Accelerated growth. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Where is it? There we go.
Why are you casting magic on it now? I mean, it's been here since I've been here, since we got here. Nothing.
We've been here, if my memory serves. Like, it's been here before, but not before. So those things that we saw before this came here, I don't want them to have easy goings with it again. Because they're going to try to find this. And if I can slow them down in any way, I'm going to try.
I don't know if there's anything like this. This might be an improvised one. But to essentially cast a sort of spell on the area so that people who look at it don't really see it. It's not quite a hallucination, but it's
that's in space. Which one is that?
Like, are
Is
you
it
making a
that's what I
mirage?
Secret door.
it's not that it's like people just willingly ignore it. They just don't really see it.
Yeah, he's
that's
doing this
fine.
with mind.
I can do
Okay.
it if it's under space 3. I can also do it.
Well, there's a space 2 secret door. This spell cloaks a door intersection. Mundane perception, simply slide right past it.
That's the one. Yeah.
Although it specifies
But I'm
door, I'm sure you could just.
I'm guessing go bigger scale, but I
Well,
will
the
take
last
my time on this
time-
one.
The last time somebody cast a spell on it, it did
Not
something
doing
weird.
it on it, I'm doing it around it. Like, I'm just gonna make a
Around it.
wall of trees around it, except for an entrance for us to go in and out. Just around this thing. I'm not going to touch it. At least at,
And
3 feet distance.
Said entrance that you make That's where I will cast the spell to. Basically, if you look at it through mundane eyes, your eyes just kind of slide away from it. You don't really even see that.
Go ahead and give me your roll, Zira.
Okay, I'm giving it 6 feet of space, alright? We giving things space up in here. Alright, so what is this? Adept Life, that is rank 4. Life 9. Stop doing that. Don't do that.
Oh, hold on. You get +2 from. Sorry, I should check that with GM. Do we get +2 from the Hallow Sympathetic Link?
Yes.
Go on.
Okay, so 9, 10, 11. I get 11 dice. Can I add anything on top of this? No, I'm scared.
You want to?
Ooh, alright. Roll with the dice. I got a 4.
Wait.
What are you rolling?
Wait, wound penalty. Wait, it does not have a wound penalty. I know why it has a wound penalty. I was using this to track the cassowary health.
You also have it on chance dice.
Yes, I realized that too.
You dramatically failed.
That is weird because I didn't have it set to chance. Weird. Try that again.
It was probably because it technically had a base value of 0 and it applied a -1, so it thinks it's a chance dice or something.
Probably.
The modifiers probably just didn't get triggered into it.
It's still rolling as chance.
Try simple roll.
I am on simple roll.
Well, try clicking around the different options and then.
Yeah, that's what
going
I
back.
just did. I clicked on rote. Let's try one more time here.
There it goes.
That makes far more sense. I'm like, come on, 25 dice? Your spells go off, but nothing seems to happen.
When?
That's the operative question. Catalina, time sight?
Yeah. What do I roll?
No, you just
It's just a vision thing.
Oh, okay.
have to say you activate it.
I activate
It
it.
would probably trigger peripheral, and then it would alert you, hey, I should look at this with active.
That's why I was directly asking her. But you see, or you very well know that these two just cast spells, and then you see the flow of time around this thing move extremely quickly. For the best that you can determine, it threw those spells into the future. Not sure how far.
I gave it 6 feet of space.
I need all of you to just stop casting spells on it. Stop throwing your magic on it. It's magical and it's deflecting everything. And the next spell that you guys throw, I don't know what it's gonna do. I need time to study it.
All right.
Give me.
Fine.
Yeah. You guys can relax, stay alert, go to sleep, but I just want to study it tonight.
So, Catalina, go ahead and give me a scrutiny roll. That is
Scrutiny.
That is going to be your time arcana plus your gnosis.
So 9? 9.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one that thought that.
4?
You would have a total of what, 9 rolls, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So roll me your next one. Go ahead and roll me 9 times just in a row here.
Okay.
Okay.
Do-do-do.
This is all considered periods of study, essentially.
Okay, that's like what, 9 hours? 9 rolls, 9 hours?
No.
Oh.
No?
This is focus sight?
This is scrutiny.
Scrutiny, yeah. So it's each one is a turn.
Oh, okay. In the meantime, I'm making a new outfit.
Ooh.
Whoa. Okay.
That last bit of
What?
studying, I was just like, "God, what are you?"
Good.
Okay.
A little bit obsessive there towards the end.
Obsessive is a good word.
My eye is like twitching.
You want some herbal tea from
Now.
the jungle?
Normally, this is turn-based. However, since things are in a much more relaxed area, and that 0 would actually mean quite a bit if it was turn-based, this is actually going to be over the course of the night.
Okay.
However, by the end of it, Catalina, this thing is Gnosis 10,
Ooh.
roughly 15 in Arcana, specifically time. It has, from what you can tell, access to pretty much every single awakened spell that you could think of. And has no particular nimbus or anything like that. For lack of a better term, this is a crystallized thing of time. Also, during your few hours of study, there were glimpses. I need you to roll your Gnosis as a pure, just your Gnosis.
Okay. It's gonna be 5. 1.
All right. What is the breaking point roll?
Depends on what level of wisdom it is.
What level of wisdom are you, Catalina?
I am at. Where are you? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 wisdom? How many dice is that?
3.
Give me 3 dice as you realize kind of what you're seeing. Successes on breaking points are good in this case, right?
Yes.
I
Yeah, it
hope
means
so.
you don't lose a wisdom.
Okay,
Because I maxed it.
you do not lose wisdom, but you definitely see a city glittering of gold and marble. You're not even sure what these are, but you definitely know this metal looks like the color of the sun, and the stone looks like fresh snow. And all the buildings tower thousands of feet into the air. But those visions that you see of this city are only brief little snips of time. It is nothing like what you saw when you leapt forward that one time. This is something far older than anything that you've seen outside of maybe that ziggurat. It is at this point that you hear a rush of wind, and you look up to see a massive dragon,
Well, winged creature.
winged creature. Sure, we'll go with that, but for
The
simplicity's sake.
taxonomy is not quite there yet.
Okay, defense stand. Good. Would I know what it is?
No,
No, right? Okay.
no.
Yeah, defense stand.
The wind rushing, if anybody was asleep, is going to be loud enough to wake you.
Knocked over.
Yeah.
Roll over.
Is there a storm?
Life is soul. I'm kidding. I'm probably not gonna shoot it. Maybe.
It's big and it's coming towards us.
Yeah, rightfully shaken out of my sleep, so
Yeah, I'm gonna instinctively just grab the bow and not know what to do with this thing, because
yeah, life assault. I'm gonna shoot it. If I see it, I'm gonna shoot it.
I mean, it's nighttime and
It's nighttime, wind is coming,
No.
and all. You're not part of our jungle.
No, it's
Yeah.
not nighttime. It's
oh, I thought it was already.
Morning.
yeah, it's morning.
Oh,
The next
in
day.
which case Gilgamesh, yeah, probably trying to get a fire going for the morning, but
I still see the moon.
What do I roll?
I can still see the moon. So
1 second, I'm struggling over here. My screen is being weird. Stop it. Okay, there we go.
So, Igor,
Yeah.
all of these people. I mean, you can see your companions.
Okay, well, we're not gonna land directly on top because that sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, so you should have learned by now to stop popping up on people.
And did you actually throw a spell at this thing, Zira? That what that dice roll was?
Yes, instinctive reaction. This ain't part of my jungle, and it got a gust of wind. Okay, I'm paranoid. Got foreigners and giant wolves walking around, and a giant crystal in my home.
if we attack a bird, it would make sense to attack a giant winged thing coming at our faces.
Zira's reaction had a rough night.
I don't blame her.
No, I'm not necessarily blaming her either. But realistically, what level of spell is that?
Life assault 4?
So it does 3
Yeah, 4.
points of what, lethal damage?
It tries.
Is it not resisted by any, like withstood?
The mage attacks, life energy, sustaining living pattern, the involvement in a
Does it-
pattern, horribly painful,
Does it?
tissue damage. Sorry, lethal. Yes, it is lethal, equal to its potency.
Okay,
this is a
but
4.
does it have a does it have a withstood? A withstand?
No, I don't see anything in here that can challenge it.
It's technically withstood by health. That's
Yeah.
how attack spells work.
Okay, so
Oh yeah, if it's a direct attack.
yeah, your dragon takes 3 points of lethal damage. It's what, size
it?
40, so I mean it has like 37 more health.
Would it though? It's
Well, yeah.
death.
It's a ghost. Does it take bashing or at all even?
Yeah,
What
if
does a
True.
ghost take?
True.
That's-
No, you wouldn't be able to affect it. Your spell just fizzles. They're right, actually. 100%. Your spell just fizzles against this thing.
Life versus death
Death.
is a ghost.
Yeah.
it's not alive. Life magic affects living things. It is not alive.
It's technically not life. Okay, well hey, it's a reaction. I wake up, panic, I shoot stuff.
Crap, if it's a ghost, we need salt.
Oh,
Salt.
So
Stop.
my peripheral mage sight would have gotten off that there was a spell just flung.
Yes, 100%.
Okay. Circle around, do not land on top. Clearly they're as paranoid as I am.
Think you
I
would
didn't
know
think
by
they'd be
now.
here. Well, I didn't know you were here. So
Okay.
yeah,
Where did you think we would be?
I don't know.
Yeah, this is our
Malaria in the
home.
jungle.
You know what? You're gonna get imprisoned for whatever
You-
life you have.
You have a pretty good view, I would assume.
Yeah, and you're like tiny, you know.
Yeah,
in the sky.
with how
That
far...
was
yeah.
swooping down to see who was there.
well, we're here.
You
Okay.
can work on your social
circle
skills.
around. Are there any like clearings relatively nearby, or do I need to
Amazon.
make a clearing?
I mean, it is... Their camp is a clearing, so I mean...
Okay. Is
If
there
you
room to
crash-
land around the camp and not directly on top of it?
Not for a size 40 creature, no.
Okay, we need. We'll need to make a clearing then.
Well, you
Now let him interpret what he wants to do. Let's go ahead, finish that sentence. Go ahead.
This is Gandhi's chance of redemption. Here we go.
Let's go ahead. Go ahead, finish that sentence.
Wait.
Go ahead.
I'm feeling a lot of judgmental looks right now.
No, I'm not being judgmental. It's just that we can't exactly communicate because we don't know you're there.
One friend with you.
Work on your social skills. Come on, go ahead. Perfect timing.
Can I do anything with matter here to make it?
Yeah.
Trees are alive, but I can't really affect it with matter, can I?
I mean, they are made of
matter.
stuff. That's the beauty of magic.
Do we notice Igor?
Roll me a perception check at a -2.
He would be on top of the thing.
Can we all make that, or
Yeah, I would like to help.
If you guys want to assist, then I would say a plus. Never gonna roll +3.
yeah, I'll assist.
Assisting.
I'm literally tracking this thing with a bow and arrow.
I'm looking for other spells.
So, Catalina or Kalmir, which one of you want to make the roll at +3?
It doesn't matter to me.
Kalmir, go.
Okay. So, shit roll, wits, composure, +3. 4 successes.
You do see, not necessarily tiny, but tiny from your perspective, person on this thing's back. It looks like Igor for the best of your your best assumption.
Okay. Well, I can supplement that with a bit of Forces magic to see him. If I wanted to cast a spell. That looks like Igor. Igor's on that thing. I think.
So new plan. We're not gonna just go crashing through the canopy, because that might go poorly. But the canopy in the jungle is pretty thick in the Amazon. Can we try to land on top of it?
Like a bed.
It sounds like it could work.
Does a ghost have weight?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's a ghost, so.
That's a very zen question.
Yeah, you should just fizz face through it and
It's
land on the
materialized.
ground.
Yeah, a materialized ghost. Does it have weight?
You didn't think about how you were gonna park it.
No.
You buy a Hummer, figure out parking later. He bought a Hummer, you guys.
Either way,
In a
that's what we're
city.
gonna do. We're gonna try to land on the canopy on the edge of the clearing.
So you're going to do exactly what Hummer owners do and park on top of the other cars.
Roll me its size as a dice pool.
Can you roll a humor as well?
Eyes as a dice pool. Oh,
Is this me?
this happened to Craig. It's gonna be bad.
Yes, in this case, 14. I will go
Okay.
ahead and roll a tree's size.
These are Amazon trees too. They're pretty big.
Yeah, no, they are.
Pretty robust.
They some thick trees.
I don't think
Meaty.
they're quite as big as your creature, but there's quite a few of them. So it's not gonna be a tiny dice pool. However, you probably landed on some of the thinnest trees in the Amazon, unfortunately. Here.
Truly unfortunate. Whatever.
As
So-
this thing lands, its weight crushes these trees and it kind of flumps onto the ground.
Oh,
As these trees on the outskirts of the camp splinter and crack and essentially explode from the weight. Everybody roll me your defense as a dice pool except for Igor.
You're making it really hard for them to not shoot me.
Defense as a dice pool. That's gonna
say
be
how sorry. How do you roll defense?
Just straight
you're
defense?
just gonna
Just, how many
Simple.
defense do you have? Yes, just
I
roll
have-
4.
just roll 4 dice.
Okay. Thank you.
Me and my twos. Two gang.
Everybody's able to hit the dirt as these trees explode and not take and avoid the shrapnel that's thrown.
Wait, is dog okay?
I was just looking. Do I need to roll for dog?
Roll for dog. Oh my god.
Go ahead and roll for dog.
Okay, I need to find it.
After everything, he gets taken out by a tree.
It doesn't list it. Defense is lowest of wits and dex plus
Athletics.
Athletics, so 4. 8.
has
The
roll.
highest defense.
Yeah, it's 8.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got really good defense.
3.
Go dog.
Yeah.
All right, good boy. I just forgot we had like an extra partner hanging around dog.
I think that probably would have ended his friendship.
Dog was probably already hiding behind another tree.
I don't blame the poor guy.
Okay.
Okay, so we've landed. Just hold here. I'm going to get off and approach and hope I don't get shot.
Just going to resolve composure for no reason.
No reason.
No reason.
Just remember, arms up, chest and belly exposed. I'm sure you'll be fine.
The look
Yeah,
on
no reason.
the look on Livespark's face is like, I was really hoping to fail that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Greetings! I see you found the time rock. Or was it
Yes.
always here?
I
Yes
see
and
you
no.
decided to show up from your vacation while we've all been working on something
to give
you were so
some
happy to
time
work on.
Cool off. I mean,
Cool off.
there's a
Cool
bit of
off?
hostility in the air.
Igor,
Hostility?
What did I tell you?
I didn't necessarily go for this immediately.
Okay,
But there were
I'd
steps along the way.
What?
like to put the bow down and slowly walk towards Igor.
I'm readying my defense as to not get sucker punched again.
Oh no!
If there is a
I would
swing,
like to
am
go. I would like to
jumping-
go with a full-on, good old-fashioned knee to the old family jewels.
Can I go
Dodge.
Dog.
You were getting ready for fists, not for kicks. So I think that's a different defense.
I would say you still get to apply your defense here, obviously.
Can I reflexively activate matter armor?
Always.
Yes, always. I can't stop that.
Okay. So you're not hurting me. Go away.
Good.
Wow.
So
not
What's your
hurting me.
defense is 4. 4 defense and 4 general armor. So go away. Get away from me.
Get away. Get away.
So wait,
There we go. No.
He backs up.
I am backing up. Yes.
Igor, what is that thing?
Something to help us deal with our foe. Did you realize how big our foe was? Spear's
Do
not
you
gonna kill them.
realize the effect of what you did to other people?
Just
Well, he
a
hasn't-
couple trees, they grow back.
I'm
Hasn't
gonna
done it.
Rely on
yeah,
the
I'm gonna shoot
secrecy.
you. I'm going to shoot
We
you.
rely on the secrecy of this place. You've just undone that with your.
Beyond that, beyond like, think beyond yourself. Jeez.
I am.
In
I
a
am
selfish
thinking
manner.
in vengeance for my people.
Vengeance for your people, and how many other people will die while you get your vengeance?
So far, none.
So far.
So far.
Ideally, none. Because if they are working with the plague,
Can I make an empathy check on Catalina there?
if you wish, yes. Wits plus empathy.
Yeah. Oh, that's not gonna be a good roll. I'll do it anyway.
Okay, so what is
once
your
success.
plan?
Okay.
So far,
Catalina, how are you feeling?
Is that how you ask?
No, this is more of a visual thing. Bodily.
Okay.
How does she look?
You still probably wouldn't be able to see her face because she would still have her mask on unless she took it off.
Okay. I took her.
I guess if you believed in auras, mine would be very potent. You can feel it oozing out of me. Just frustration, anger, disappointment, death. That's what you're feeling. Okay, that's what you're feeling.
Just I get from your body language.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't even have my arms crossed or anything. I'm just staring, like through you guys, as I look at Igor.
So
I'm still next to my rock.
oh, right, by the rock. Do you have a plan anymore, Igor?
The plan is to deal with that contagion, which is why I was dropping by to see what the other preparations are how they're going.
You brought this monstrosity into our world.
To kill another monstrosity. That's not a monstrosity.
And also going off and not communicating with anyone else.
No, I
About
know.
what
I'm
you were
sorry.
doing.
Last time I tried to communicate, someone punched me.
You understand as to why?
Clearly, because people don't know how to talk in this country.
Apparently, you have no sense of empathy or self-worth of others. Your goal is valid, and it's for the greater good. But how you go about things will determine if you will live to see the end of it. That I can promise you.
I don't care if I live to see the end of it.
Oh, good. So we agree on
Neither
something.
do we.
I understand this, which is why I'm reluctantly still working with you, as you are clearly not quite as devoted to killing this contagion.
Reluctantly.
Does it have to kill a village of yours for you to care?
Not really, as long
You
as
can
you're
do it
willing to go
first.
about it in safe matters. Instead of running off with any idea that pops in your head like a child that's just gotten something new. You just run off
Gil?
and not communicate.
Oh.
Like running off to go look at wolves in the jungle?
Gil, go ahead and say what you were going to say.
Shoot him.
Oh no, I said it's.
Kalmir.
Kalmir is torn between. He wants to get between Catalina and Igor, but at the same time he doesn't want to be there.
You've done what you've done. Obviously no regret or sympathy from that, Igor. Let's get rid of this thing, and you go back to wherever you came from and start burying bodies. Deal? Is everyone in some type of agreement? Let's get rid of this danger to the world that is obviously real and very important. You guys go back to where you came from. Together or separate, as she clearly looks like Catalina and Igor.
So, Igor, I asked this before, but what is this thing? I didn't exactly get an answer.
It is essentially a ghost, but different. It's an extension of myself, which I will use to complete my goal here. But if the rest of you are not willing to complete this goal, then I'll do it alone. And you can all die of the sickness later when I fail.
Okay, hold that thought. Turn to Catalina. So, Catalina, we had a conversation, and you said you would be willing to work together until we finish what needs to be done. Are you still, going to abide those words?
I'm gonna go over to Gil and have a talk as well. Hey, Gil. What's up?
Just musing on potentials. When this is done, if he succeeds, I promise you that he will not remember any of it. What he's done here, he will forget.
We're on the same page. Looking at Catalina, because now this really does fall on her.
I walk towards Igor.
I'm taking more steps backwards because every person that's walked up to me so far in the past week has tried to hurt me.
You said it was an extension of yourself.
Well,
It's a ghost. That's a part of you? It wasn't a living thing prior? Is it just your energy?
It is a manifestation of a name that I hear and that I've heard. A task that I need to complete. It's hard to describe.
And the task that you're needing to complete, what is it exactly?
Right now, it is to destroy what does not belong. To
Right
keep
now?
balance in the world.
And then afterward?
To keep balance, to maintain. Things do not stay in balance forever.
You
You have to
clearly
carefully
shown.
trim a hedge to keep it correct.
I wouldn't say you were exactly trimming things.
When you are dealing with it's not a hedge. Say you are dealing with a forest. You need an axe to keep it cut down. To keep the forest at bay, you need a tool that can destroy.
I'm in agreement. Unfortunately, I'm seeing a tree right in front of me that clearly needs to be trimmed. However, you're right. We could use that thing. I'll just say that thing, especially since it's just a part of you, to destroy whatever the heck is underneath the ziggurat. We can all play nice for the time being, right? I look at everybody.
I have
No.
been trying to play nice the entire time.
It's good to hear that potentially I will not be punched in the back of the head.
For the time being. Zira and Gil, just for now. And
maintain a balance.
My conditions, when this is done, he forgets.
excellent.
Well, he would need to agree to that.
My terms.
I accept those terms.
Very well, with that nonsense out of the way, what have we learned? I know there was attempts to research what was going on with the kidneys that Todor was dealing with. I was preoccupied and could not make it. Have we learned anything useful in that regard? Use them as some kind of weapon against this thing.
I was waiting on you. I researched as far as I could with the one healthy person you had in your town, and I take out the kidney. Is it decent? And then you were... Yeah.
And what, 3 days? I think 3 days?
Something like that?
Time. If not, let's just say I kept it clean with magic life stuff.
That's fair.
Like preservation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely fair.
I tossed the kidney from that one girl.
So what we've learned from studying the kidneys from the one healthy person that died are identical to the ones that were infected. So it seems like the kidneys purify whatever this contagion, sickness, disease thing is.
I see. Okay. So it'll have should have a similar effect as it did on those wolves.
Remind me?
Those strange wolves that attacked us when we were hunting down Tordor. I recall Catalina being bitten by one.
Ah,
There were
that
kidneys in Tordor's camp that he was using to fend them off. So it is not simply just against that particular one, but the entire strain as a whole.
That's possible. It could be useful.
How do we harness such a thing? You think simply the presence of them will weaken it? But how
Maybe
many
their
would we
function.
need to weaken the center of it?
Well, how many do we have?
Well, 2. There are 2 in a person. And apparently you've brought 1 pair.
And go
I thought
back to the village. Wait, no.
Yeah, I was asking more out of game. How many did we gather? We gathered all of them.
I remember
loads,
27
yeah.
for some reason.
27, an odd number for an even number of people.
I know, but for some reason the number 27 is what I got marked down on my phone notes.
I think maybe it was 27 people.
Oh, so
Okay, that makes sense.
4 kidneys.
54, yeah.
It's a lot of kidneys.
It's going to be a lot of trial and error.
Okay, so those of us with life can work on the kidneys. Catalina, you wanted to make something to help with this crystal. And then that leaves, who doesn't have life? So Igor and Gil. Igor seems to have his plan, brute force-ish. Gil, do you have any thoughts, plans, ideas?
Is there anywhere I can go and do some reconnaissance?
Reconnaissance.
Is there anywhere that's likely to be kind of the last sort of first line of attack? Anything like that?
They're held up in one location and one location only, and that's the ziggurat.
So keeping a distance, I'm going to go and check. I'm going to go and scout out, see what's going on.
All right.
And me and Zira could go to that one place where there was a gathering of these shambling people.
Zira has the highest life magic. So
Yeah,
she would probably want to be specifically working on the kidneys.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
kinda
we
hands-on.
tested on the Shambler
Oh,
people.
okay. Sorry.
Test its effectiveness at least.
Yeah, what
Experiment.
spell would that be?
It would be a custom spell, I'm sure.
Yeah, this is gonna
Okay.
flying completely not anything that the book ever touches
Yeah.
on.
And,
Ooh,
well,
cool.
Igor is still getting the feeling that people are ready to shank him, so I guess I'm gonna go do a different thing. And Kinda
Actually,
what-
sorry, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, rather than go and scout it out, I'd like to scry.
Okay, give me that roll.
You can scry?
Space.
Yeah. Space.
Ah.
The final frontier.
So, how exactly does it work?
Ooh. I will spend the time casting this one. But it does mean that I've got and I will do it so everyone can see it. And I'll use like a little basin of water and sort of basically running his hand over it. The ziggurat appears as it is, but anyone that looks at it will be able to see what's going on.
Outside of the ziggurat, roughly, if any of you could even count this high, see roughly 100 or so bodies, but they are not humanoid bodies. They are massive and wolf-like. Almost as if wolves had learned how to walk on their hind legs.
Yo, Father Wolf back in town. What's up, Papa Wolf? Oh no.
Please don't be the one to talk first.
I am not. I
Please
am.
don't.
Yo, Papa Wolf, what it do?
Last time you spoke to one of them, it didn't end very well.
As you continue to watch, you notice that not all of these seem to be working together. There seems to be infighting going on. However, how close can you actually look, Gil, with this spell? Like, is it just like an aerial view, or is it something that you can maneuver around?
I don't know, it's basically it's as long as I've got I think as long as I've got a memory of it, then I can pretty much put the scribe wherever I need it to be as close as I want. But obviously it's somewhere that I've got to have an idea of perception. I can't put it somewhere I've never seen.
As you continue to watch this and, look around this area, you start to notice that, well, some of these look like, for lack of a better word, healthy two-legged wolves. Others are pustulant and oozing. And the pustulant and oozing ones have made a solid line of defense as the others, the ones that seem healthy, try to push forward, but they are held at a stalemate.
Well, Igor knows where to take allies when you can get them. Time to attack is now.
Yeah, if the wolves are attacking, who was it that said they were... Which one of you talked to that spirit?
Both Zira and I. They're not our enemy.
Okay.
They're not our friends either. They
Well-
know of special ones like us. Can't say they find it in favor, but they acknowledge us.
Will they at least temporarily work together with us?
If we show our value, that's an impression I understood from our last encounter. We're not worthy of a hunt, but at least he acknowledged our presence, even though we are obviously lower than them. So if we prove ourselves of some type of value, they might count us as allies.
This is all guesstimating, though. We just know that they are strong. They let us live. But I think if we are respectable enough, they'll hear us out and hear at least our proposal. But we will have to show deep respect.
they're from a domain I get my power from as well, and they only seem to jump into this domain when it has an effect on their side. And that creature is worth their hunt.
Igor's returning to his dragon.
Of course.
We're still investigating all this stuff, but okay, yeah, run off.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If they're fighting now, how much time do we have?
Like,
If we wait, will they get wiped out? Do we have time to do other things and then assist, or should we head there?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going to help. I mean, put more salt in the kidney and come back to it. Are we up in any type of strength?
I feel like the kidneys are going to be important if they can drive this thing away.
So
we
the
got enough
sooner,
kidneys. Sorry, go ahead.
so the sooner we join them, the better. That's what I'm getting at.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah,
Make
we
your
really don't have
preparations
time.
if you must, but I will not let more people die to this thing. I'm leaving now. I don't know how fast you can walk, but if you want to fly, you'll join me right now.
How far along am I out of game?
If we were
Researching these kidneys.
We haven't left yet.
We haven't left.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're prepping.
Catalina, you were wanting to do something with the crystal. I'm assuming by this point you probably would have turned back to it since Igor has not fired on you.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll me a intelligence plus craft.
I can literally portal us there as well.
Oof. I do not have a good dice pool. Okay.
You can burn a point of willpower to increase that.
Oh yeah, I have willpower. Do.
That's plus 3.
Okay. That's a little better. 2.
Successes. This is going to take a little bit of time, what Catalina is doing. I just wanted to get the roll out of the way. So, Igor, you're going to fly there now?
Yes, and objective: destroy line of pustule werewolves. We are dive bombing them.
I really don't think that's a smart move, only because
I don't care.
You know what?
They,
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
werewolves
No,
respect
go ahead.
action.
Yeah, go ahead.
now. I will prove myself an ally
Yeah.
You're busy, Catalina.
by joining the fight.
She's concentrating. You don't respect things you don't experience yourself, so go. If we want to catch up, we'll catch up.
I'm
Go.
leaving.
Yeah,
I'm
he-
actively walking away.
Yeah,
I have
he's-
probably left already.
All right, bye. So this conversation never happened.
I was just gonna say, I mean, if we were on the defense, seeing a gigantic flopping thing coming straight at us, I don't know how these guys are gonna take it, but
I picture dragons fly a bit smoother, but okay. He said floppy. It's not Dumbo. It's not.
It's dragon.
It's not Dumbo.
it's his, so I'm disrespecting it by saying flopping.
Well, I mean, it is probably a gigantic noodle.
Danger
It's
noodle.
got arms.
Danger noodle.
It's a danger noodle.
I'm just imagining somebody throwing a worm now.
You got yourself a little nope rope.
I'm saying that if we were on the defense, just being humans, and when Kira and I encountered one of them, just by walking, he was already on attack mode. I don't think they're gonna welcome Igor with open arms.
But if they see him attacking an enemy, they probably won't kill him right off the bat. So
Well,
we have
he's
some
gone
time.
now, so
Yeah, finish doing what you're doing. We're gonna pick up the pace and catch up to him. If he's alive, he's alive. If not, if not.
Catch up to you later, Igor. We got a bit of prep first.
Yep.
Right before he takes off.
I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
was gonna
try
say
to
he's
fast
already
forward
gone.
what I'm doing, if
Hold the
that's
line.
even possible.
Okay. And then Kalmir and Gil, what are you guys going to do while Catalina and Zira finish up?
I've got a lot of reach to spend on this portal, so I'm going to have to really take my time with it. because I need to use one to make a co-location, and then basically flatten it to a 2-dimensional plane, so you turn it into a portal. But it's literally height of my limit, so I've got to spend the 1 reach on that. So I'll just do an extended cast.
All right, and Kalmir.
Kalmir is taking a few of the kidneys, and he's gonna make like necklaces out of them. Something you can wear. Maybe it'll provide a.
Oh god, that's a horrible image. That's a horrible image. Ah.
Something like that. It'll protect you. It's a charm.
And with these preparations underway, and Igor flying into battle.
You have just finished listening to this week's episode of Mage the Awakening, 2nd edition, Insten Nergal, part of the Domain Gaming's Contagion Anthology, written and told by Wyverian. A special thanks to you, the listener, and if you wish to continue supporting us, subscribe, like, and share. And as always, comments are welcomed. Until the next chapter, consider what mysteries are best left unsolved.